Capricorn full moon and true love's kiss. The evolutionary wave of change continues with the Capricorn full moon on July 3rd. We are on the cusp of a major shift in consciousness. What is not built on love and truth is dissolving. The cuddly sun in Cancer in opposition to the full moon in crusty Capricorn is requiring us to balance our inner needs with our outer responsibilities. Pluto is conjunct sitting next to the moon and opposing the Sunday. Conjunctions are new beginnings. Conjunctions activate new cycles. Oppositions are awarenesses that come to us through external events, situations and other people. We are being challenged to change and evolve. We are required to increase our self-mastery. Yet, the ego personality is needy with an insatiable appetite. This can pull us into the dark side by driving our addictions, codependent relationships, toxic jobs and endless distractions. Our cure is through our personal development, self-mastery and soul evolution. The path of self-mastery requires alone time to develop a solid connection to our inner being and our source. This place of inner strength builds a strong personal foundation, integrity, joy and wholeness. The soul-to-source connection increases our light, vibration and consciousness. The soul seeks freedom and union with her divine lover, our higher self. Did you know that the soul-to-higher self connection is the core teaching of Sleeping Beauty and Snow White? The soul is feminine in nature. The higher self is male. In the story, Snow White and Sleeping Beauty fall under the spell of an evil queen, the prison matrix of third dimension. Evil means energy, light consciousness, veiled. This fairy tale allegory reveals that our soul is asleep and has lost her way. The only solution to the evil prison matrix is true love's kiss. Prince Charming represents our higher self. He higher self is the only one who holds our true love's kiss and can awaken us from the evil third dimension illusion. Therefore, our way out of third dimension lack, limitation, fear and suffering is for our soul/female to merge with our higher self/male. This is a personal sacred relationship between self and source. This holy union is nurtured in our alone time, our independent of other people time and free from external influences. In other words, we fall in love with Source, our higher self. As a result, our soul awakens when it merges with its higher self, Prince Charming. We must do this independently of others. It is the marriage of our soul source. This is the path to awakening into higher dimension, outrageous abundance, peace, joy and love. All are one. This is why many people have chosen to be single and choose to live independently for a cycle of time. In order to nourish and nurture our soul-source relationship, raise our vibrations, expand consciousness and enter fifth dimension heart-centered living. In other words, to be with one's twin flame or soul mate, one must have made the inner merger between her soul and higher self. Soul mates are interdependent, two whole people united in purpose and bound by heart-centered love. Soulmate relationships occur by pre-life soul agreements. Soul agreements are at the heart of our relationships. What have we agreed to do together, for instance? We can ask this in any relationship, twin flame, soulmates and karmic partners. All unions are essential for our soul evolution. No relationship is a mistake. Our relationships are for our learning, acceleration on our life path and mutual growth. Soulmates come together when we have reached a higher level of selfhood, interdependence and wholeness. Our point here is that if you find yourself in solitude, recognize its purpose. If you are in a relationship, refine it in beauty to the greater love of non-dependence. You will indeed discover the love expands and the relationship becomes more splendid in non-dependency, just as you are discovering relationships of codependency are imbalanced one-way streets, and fail. In this time, in this now, many of you are actually merging with your etheric, non-physical, twin flame, and molding your sacred fullness into one physicality in order for you to enter the crystalline realm in wholeness. In most cases, the soul reconnection is accomplished in solitude or in sovereign non-dependent relationships. Metatron/James Tiburon. A few hours before the full moon, Mars entered the sign Libra. Mars has been in Virgo for the past 8 months, giving us the opportunity to readjust, refine and prepare for the new stage and the new energies emerging. Mars in Libra encourages us to make new contacts with others, fight for justice, and launch new projects. However, Mars is the action-orientated individual who thrives on his own single-pointed nature. Mars rules Aries, the sign of Lam. Thus, Mars is not happy in the sign of we Libra relationships. Although we could feel some relief with Mars finally out of Virgo. The Capricorn full moon is in tough aspect with revolutionary Uranus and evolutionary Pluto. We are at the crest of an evolutionary wave that has been building for years. June 24th was the first of 7 exact squares between Uranus and Pluto. Historically, Pluto and Uranus have greatly accelerated social and technological advancements. For instance, we are on the cutting edge of new technology that will take us off our dependence with fossil fuels forever. Uranus is pushing our drive for freedom, innovation, and reform, propelling us out of our cultural conditioning, to make a giant leap in the expansion of consciousness. Pluto shows us what has been hidden or denied, forcing us to face our shadow side and own our power. Pluto teaches us how we get power, how we use our power, or how we give our power away. Uranus turns retrograde on July 13th to December 13th, 2012, forcing us to look at what has been keeping us enslaved. Uranus rules freedom. Where do you need more freedom? When any planet changes direction, its power is amplified. Uranus wants us to question social mores and live authentically. Mercury turns retrograde from July 14th to August 8th, 2012. Mercury the messenger retrograding in Leo is helping us to discern, are we living from our ego personality or our heart, our essence? Uranus is the higher octave of Mercury. Uranus and Mercury retrograding a day apart is calling us to be courageous and creative. Mercury retrograde is good time to double-check facts, make revisions and reconsiderations. Take your time with important decisions and make sure to read the fine print. Smile. Life could become very intense at the Capricorn full moon. We could be coming to conscious awareness of many hidden truths. Pluto wants us to use our power wisely. Uranus wants us to be brave and have real freedom. The cosmic message is that we all have an important role to play. We are all part of a greater whole. Remember that, life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. Tilde Anais Nin. Are you ready to make real changes? Do you trust yourself? Do you trust your gut instincts, your intuition, your inner being? Why do I want the relationship I want? Think about what you want in a relationship and why you want it. Look for those around you who are experiencing good relationships, and feel appreciation for them. Make lists of the positive aspects of those you have spent time with. In fact, one of the fastest ways to make your way to a wonderful relationship is to find any subject that consistently feels good, and focus on that even if it has nothing to do with relationships. Tilde Abraham. Love and peace.